Legendary rocker Bruce Springsteen doesn't think that anyone can beat Donald Trump in 2020. And considering the things that he said about him in the past, it's a little shocking to say the least. But I'll tell you all about it coming up today on The Hollywood Conservative for The Rebel. Bruce Springsteen has been a very vocal and aggressive critic of President Donald Trump. He has said that Trump ushered in bigotry and racism and intolerance and called him a toxic narcissist. And just earlier this week, he accused POTUS of crimes against humanity by dividing Americans. But his newest comments, while in no way complimentary of the president, certainly don't offer any praise or confidence for Democrats either, especially as it pertains to Democrat candidates running for the presidency in 2020. In a recent interview with the Sunday Times, Springsteen said this: "I don't see anyone out there at the moment, the man who can beat Trump or the woman who can beat Trump." Got to make sure you get that woman part in there so you don't piss off the feminazis. "You need someone who can speak some of the same language as Donald Trump, obviously. And the Democrats don't have an obvious, effective presidential candidate." Now, what's interesting about this to me is that on a daily basis, when you watch CNN, MSNBC, NBC, CBS, basically all of the mainstream and legacy media, their number one complaint is about something that Trump said, his language. And now you've got Springsteen out here saying that Democrats have got to have someone with the same language. I'm sorry, isn't that what you hate about Donald Trump? Because regarding his language, the reason his supporters love him so much and the reason they support him so avidly is because he speaks the truth. And truth and honesty are not really what lefties peddle in. And on top of that, when Donald Trump was running for the election, Americans liked the idea of a businessman, not a politician, being president. And many of the Democrats who have hinted at throwing their hat in the ring for 2020 are Democrats whose hands are so deep in the pockets of lobbyists and special interest groups, they could clip their toenails for them. Now, this is a very, very long list, but let's run down the list of potential candidates so far. Now, for a while, creepy porn lawyer Michael Avenatti hinted that he might run, but yesterday he squashed that dream for many in saying that out of respect for his family, he is not going to run. I'm sure it had nothing to do with the fact that he probably wouldn't have even made it to the primaries. But Joe Biden, oh, good old Joe, crazy Uncle Joe, he's not only hinted that he would or could run, the gaffe-prone former vice president said that he is the most qualified person in the country to run for president. Joe, you weren't even qualified to be vice president. The only reason you were on the ticket with Obama is so that racist elite white liberals wouldn't feel uneasy about voting for the black guy with you by his side. And then we've got the socialist crypt keeper, Bernie Sanders. Now, I don't think he's going to be making any bids for the presidency, considering he's already a year past the average life expectancy. Personally, I would be surprised if he was any higher than 6 feet under in 2020. Then there's Pocahontas, Elizabeth Warren, who apparently is still around. We haven't really heard much out of her. She's probably building public housing teepees in some Wampanoag settlement, trying to build her street cred with the natives. And then there is the far, far, far lefty California Senator Kamala Harris, which, if the Democrat Party goes that far left going into 2020, they definitely will not have a chance ever again. And then Robert Francis O'Rourke of Texas, he seems to be priming himself for a presidential run at some point. But as low as Democrats go, I just don't know if even liberals are ready to elect a guy who walked away from the scene of a drunk driving accident. Oh, wait, Kennedy. And of course, the gift that keeps on giving, Hillary Clinton. Personally, she's my favorite on the list. What a year 2020 would be if we had a Trump-Clinton rematch. Obviously, she's got no chance, and Democrats seem to be ready to cut her off for good. Billionaires Tom Steyer and Michael Bloomberg and CNN President Jeff Zucker are on the ever-growing list as well. Now, look, the truth is, if I listed every Democrat who has flirted with the idea of running in 2020, we would be here until tomorrow. And the last thing I want to do is spend my day talking about the future prospects for the Democrat candidate in 2020. So, who is your favorite candidate to win? Who do you think could possibly make Donald Trump a one-term president? Let us know in the comments. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Amanda Head, the Hollywood Conservative for The Rebel. If you enjoyed my commentary and want to hear more from all of us here at The Rebel, subscribe to our premium content at www.therebel.media/shows. Make sure you're following us on Facebook and Twitter for all of our latest news. And download our new app for the Rebel Media on the App Store. That way you will have instant and easy access to all of our latest videos and your favorite Rebel shows. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Amanda Head for the Rebel.